Welcome, everybody, to the Collider Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I'm one of your hosts today, John Cabe, and of course joined by Mr. Kenny Knapsack.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
We have got a match that I have been personally looking forward to for a long time. It is a collision of two former championship teams meeting up now for a possible another run at another title.
John, there's so much at stake, and there's also so much history. These are four of the bigger personalities in the Schmoedown. There's a lot riding on this and a lot of history.
Now, I'm not saying both of these teams are losers. I'm just saying they are well-versed in the art of losing.
Oh, that's true.
Both of them coming off of losses right now, both former champions, but one of them is going to emerge with a clear path to the title again.
Yeah, and this is the first time the Schmoes have played. They're returning. They had a devastating KO loss to top 10 back in October. We all remember that. They lost the titles in that match. They got cocky. They chose the dreaded movie release dates on the spin. But, you know, they started out on a tear before that. These guys know how to play, Mark and Christian. The 2015 Ultimate Schmoedown, they went on a tear through that. They defeated the now defunct, but still popular Team Bob on the way there. Christian, he's still active. He's also the commissioner of the league. He's been the only one active of this. Mark Ellis, you know, he kind of faded away. He had a big loss back in the Schmoedown in the singles, and he lost to Dan Merle, and he's kind of been maybe on the sidelines, John.
Yeah, it has been interesting to see that they've been very, very quiet. Other than that one Makuga match, they've been very quiet. Who has not been quiet is Team Top 10, losing their titles, of course, to the Patriots. What did we see? We've seen John Roca go on to achieve the next part of his dream. He wants to hold all the titles at one point or another. He achieved it. He beat Dangerous Dan Merle. He is now the reigning movie trivia champion. And as far as in singles, Matt knows not so much of a clear path. He's 0-2 right now. Of course, he ran into a buzzsaw in Drew McWeeny. No shame in that loss there. But they've got their eyes firmly set on that Team Patriots right now. Are they looking past Team Schmoes right now, and could that get them into trouble?
You know, in Top 10, they had a great run in the 2015 tournament, John. They were underdogs, and they kind of went to favorites in that match, in that tournament, I should say. They have a lot of history, and of course, they were the champs. They know how to win. Both these teams know how to win. It's definitely a collision.
And as we alluded to a little bit earlier, what is at stake in this match cannot be overemphasized. The winner of this match is guaranteed to have a tag title match at some point in the future. What happens to the losers? It's a little bit of a more rocky road to try to get back to those titles.
Absolutely, John. I think it's enough of us setting it up. Let's hear from the competitors themselves.
Man, it is good to be back on the other side of things. But let's be honest, I've been back. You've seen me. I competed against Makuga not too long ago, and I said I've been on my revenge tour. Well, my revenge tour started with Mr. Josh Makuga, then it went into Mr. Andy Signore, and that's going to happen soon. But Top 10, they're also a part, but I can't do this by myself. I can't beat Top 10 by myself. So I had to ask. I had to really, really ask one of the most popular players to ever play the game. Your champion, Baby Carrots, Mark Ellis is back.
Yeah, I was available this week, and nice I cannot wait to kick Top 10's ass.
Why are we here?
Why are we fighting them again?
Why are we here?
We already TKO'd them.
We destroyed them.
Yeah, why are they favorites? And they're ranked higher than us.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. They're ranked higher than us.
Oh, God. Oh, gee, that must help having the two people that created the league determine also the rankings of this.
They beat us pretty good the last time. You can't say no excuses. They knocked us out, and they took our titles, and then the stinking Patriots took their titles.
Congratulations, boys. You fought well. You're going to lose today. Why? Because when we actually care about winning, we never lose.
What I care about is the Patriots. That's what Matt and I cared about. Losing the belts to those guys at the Spectacular still sticks in our craw. It was bullshit, and we want the titles back.
In order for us to get those nice belts back, we've got to go through Top 10. Yeah. Rogue is having a nice run right now.
It's adorable what the Outlaw is doing. I mean, I remember when I beat him. And your winner, Mark Baby Carrots!
We're going to TKO these jerks, and we're going to take out the Patriots, and I say we TKO them as well.
Absolutely.
And just destroy anybody that stands before us.
You know, my other shoulder is missing another belt.
Win or lose, this is our game.
Yeah, we kind of
We'll be around for a long time, so top 10, you guys have to fight and claw in order to stay relevant. Roka, you're staying relevant. Matt Nost, sir, can I have another? That's what you're at right now, my friend.
What did I say? All the belts, all the records. That's what I said, and that's what I want. Matt and I are coming for those tag team titles. That's what we're focused on. So the Schmoes know are just in our way, or the Schmucks know are just in our way. And then after them, we're going to knock out the Patriots once and for all. Bury them where they belong. Bury them where Schmoeville wants them. Bury them where Schmoedown wants them. Bury. Never forget, 4.
Canos, we're flushing you down the toilet. Rocha, your run is over. That's Christian. I'm Mark. We are the Schmoes. We created this game, and we're going to dominate.
Bye-bye.
That was some words, John.
These teams, as you said before, these are for the bigger personalities in this league. I cannot wait to see them get at the table.
Yeah, let's look at the tail of the tape. Now, the Schmoes, they're favored coming into this match, John.
I'm not quite sure how that works. I mean, we had Team Top 10. They are the most recent champions. They knocked out the Schmoes. John Roca is the reigning champion, yet by some perverted twist of nature, the Schmoes are favored in this match. It is what it is.
It's like figuring out OPS in baseball or a quarterback ranking in the NFL. You just don't know these numbers. The Schmoes do have their strengths, though. Star Wars, action-adventure movies, and as Darth Holoff would say, expert manipulation skills of all of our wills.
They are the favorite somehow.
Absolutely. Top 10, they've got a lot of strengths. John's not a champion for, some lucky reason. He knows his movies. Some of their skills include dramas, animation, sports movies, comedy movies, and of course, they both say they're really good at looking handsome.
Now, what are some things we should be looking for in this match? What are some of the things you should be looking forward to in this match? Let's go over to 5-time champ Booker T.
Can you dig it, sucker?
What's up, guys? It's Booker T, 5-time champ, WWE Hall of Famer, and the Schmoes knows versus Top 10. Oh yes, going down this week, and Roca has been on a hot streak. They may be a good team. No, they may be a great team. But as far as this game goes, the Schmoes, they better be perfect. Question is, they beat them once, but can they beat them twice? Now, can you dig that? Cannot wait. Hey, guys, check me out. Reality of Wrestling every Sunday on YouTube. And let me know what you think.
All right, John, you heard it from Booker T there. We have the keys to victory, the tail of tape. Both these teams have just been talking like a bunch of hot air balloons. It's time to get this match started. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Here you go. Introducing first.
The champ is here.
Representing the Four Horsemen.
The champ is here.
With a record of 4 wins, 2 defeats, and 2 knockouts. They are the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown champions of the world, Mighty Matt Nost, and the reigning undisputed Schmoedown champion, the Outlaw, John Roca T. Top 10.
And here they come. Roca with the belt on his shoulder. This is the first time we've seen him come out to compete with that belt right around his shoulder. Matt Nost, he's ready to go as his partner. Matt Nost has a singles match coming up here pretty soon.
He does. They've ripped a picture off the wall. They're vandals along as being outlaws. What? Oh, it's a reminder.
It is the reminder. And now look, every team brings its weaknesses to the table.
Yeah.
For Team Top 10, confidence is not one of those weaknesses.
Dancing, not one of Roca's skills, but let's go on. Their opponents. Representing Collider and the Schmoes No Show. With a record of 4 wins, 1 defeat, and 1 knockout. They are the 2015 Ultimate Schmoedown winners and the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown champions of the world, the Commissioner, Christian Harloff, and Mark Baby Carrots, LS Team Schmoes!
And here they come, ready to go. Now, we've got Christian Harloff here coming down the Jedi robes. I think Mark Ellis once again got lost.
Yeah.
Oh, here he comes out, adorned with baby carrots around his neck. These guys, remember, these guys have not seen team competition since dropping the belts to this team, Team Top 10. It'll be interesting to see how they rebound today.
Look at that. These guys are ready. We had a fog machine. It looks like we have a fire in the studio, but everyone's safe. Everyone's safe. And in case of emergency, exit out the back. All right, let's go over the rules in round one.
Heading into round one, this is simply how it's going to work. 8 questions are going to be asked to all the competitors. A correct answer by any competitor scores 1 point for their team. The competitors will write down their answers on the whiteboard. They will have 15 seconds to answer, at which time we'll ask them to all turn around their boards, and when they turn their board around, they will speak out loud their answer, also known as the Freddie Prinze Jr. rule. A couple other rules that are been new or more recent to the whole competition here. Another rule called the JTE rule. Competitors, each team will only be allowed to ask for the question to be repeated 3 times during the entire match. No more than that. Another rule, if any of the particular teams doesn't like a judgment or doesn't like the way something went down, they can issue a challenge. If the judges overturn the ruling, they will have that challenge back and can use it again later on in the match. However, if the ruling is upheld, their challenge is spent. One other new little rule about round one.
A wrinkle?
Yes, a little bit of a wrinkle here. In round one, as I said, we're going to have 8 questions. If any competitor runs the table and answers all 8 questions correctly, they will get a bonus question, and that bonus question for them and them alone will be worth 2 points. With that being said, let's get on with this competition.
Absolutely here.
Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
John,
Let's
can
get it
I
on.
just ask a question to the crowd real quick? Who's excited to see the Schmoes know back on top? Is that sounds like the majority? Just curious, just wondering.
Staying true to form, Mark Ellis desperately
Prepare to be
seeking
disappointed,
affirmation.
guys. Prepare to be
Feels like a
disappointed.
Trump rally paying for his fans to be here. It's ridiculous.
Nose, have you seen Magnolia since the last match?
Oh, Jesus.
No, please.
Please.
Please. KO, fellas. KO.
All right, here
got
we
the
go.
champion.
Round number 1. Gentlemen, your first question comes to you from the category of action adventure.
Shut up.
For 1 point, who plays Captain Jack Aubrey in Master and Commander? Absolutely love this film. It's a little very underrated as far as I'm concerned.
I walked past the poster in the theater. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Christian
Pens down.
Harloff will
Russell
start with you.
Crowe.
Correct for 1 point. John Roca.
Russell Crowe.
Correct. Mark Ellis.
Russell Crowe.
Yes.
Russell Crowe.
And we
Sweet.
start 4 for 4. It's 2-all.
Good start, guys. Second question category is animated. What Japanese animated cult classic has cyberpunk biker gangs menacing Tokyo? I don't.
For some reason, Christian Harloff counting his fingers.
Yeah.
Roca's already finished his thing, taking a very slow, relaxing sip of his thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. John Roca, we'll start with you.
Akira.
Correct.
Correct.
Mark Ellis.
Spirited Away.
Oh, that'd be incorrect.
I think that had horses, not motorcycles.
Matt Nost.
Got it wrong. Ghost in the Shell.
Incorrect.
That's what I had to.
All
in the
right,
Shell.
John Roca.
John
Only
Roca.
one who scores the point, and Team Top 10 goes into the lead.
A special shout out to Emma Fife for that one. Yeah.
Oh, she gave you the answer?
Anime, man. Anime.
All right, we move on to the third question, gentlemen. Under the category of fantasy sci-fi,
I don't know these.
who played Agent Smith in the Matrix trilogy? You know, they just recently announced that there's probably going to be a Matrix reboot.
That kind of makes me want to take the blue pill.
And it makes a lot of people want to take a lot of different pills.
I have some blue pills, not those ones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Mr.
Gentlemen.
Mark Ellis.
The answer is Red Skull.
He wrote
Hugo
it.
Weaving.
Okay, Hugo.
All right, that will...
Maybe don't play games with the judges.
Yes, all right,
okay.
Matt Nost.
Hugo Weaving.
Correct.
Hugo Weaving.
Yes, John Roca.
Hugo Weaving.
All right, and
again.
we got another 4 for 4 up there.
All right, gentlemen, question 4, category dramas. How much is the ransom demand in the movie Ransom?
Seems to be stumping the guys up
Yeah.
there right now. Like coming off a couple questions.
Have
where
you
they
ever
pretty
asked for a
much-
ransom?
No, not very often.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right, Matt Nost.
2 million?
Correct.
That's correct. Wow.
Christian Harloff.
$2 million.
Wow.
Correct. John Roca.
Nah, 1 million.
Oh, you were close. Mark Ellis.
$3 million. Give me back my son.
Splitting the difference. But each
Give me back
team
my son.
pulls off one, and Team Top 10 stays in the lead with 6 to 5. All right,
5.
gentlemen, we move on to question number 5.
Shut up, cops.
A lot of whispering over there going on there.
Under the category of comedies, to counteract their illegal activities, the characters in what 2008 comedy film find themselves LARPing?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah.
That will count as one of Team Top 10's questions.
Oh.
To counteract their illegal activities, the characters in what 2008 comedy film find themselves LARPing? So Team Top 10 only has 2 more opportunities to ask for a repeat of the question.
The JT rule, which is named after famed Ecuadorian crime lord Chete. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens
Pens down.
gentlemen.
Christian Harloff.
Due date?
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
John Roca.
Boat trip.
Incorrect. Mark Ellis.
I have Wedding Crashers.
Incorrect. Matt Nost.
Role models?
Correct. Matt Nost
Matt
pulls
Nost.
out the answer.
An underrated comedy about LARPing. John, I think I'm a wizard.
All right. We now move on to question number 6.
Family films is a category. In addition to surviving the island and fending off wild animals, what else must the Robinson family fend off in Disney's Swiss Family Robinson?
Family films, classic films. This is one of those stories that can fall in there several
I got
categories.
to use the JT rule here.
Yeah,
I got to
use
hear
it.
that again.
Use it.
I got to hear the question again. I was thinking about LARPing.
Okay, in addition to surviving the island and fending off wild animals, what else must the Robinson family fend off in Disney's Swiss Family Robinson?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. John Roca, we start with you,
Yeah,
champ.
no clue. Ocean. I don't know.
Fend off the ocean.
The ocean, a formidable foe. That is incorrect. Mark Ellis.
Pirates.
Correct.
That's
Mark
correct.
Ellis hits the Pirates.
Pirates?
Matt Nost.
Pirates as well.
Matt Nost
Okay.
hits Pirates. Christian Harloff.
Bad weather.
Weather.
Bad weather.
Incorrect. And Team Top 10 maintains
saw
their
that
2-point lead.
Still
never seen that
close.
movie.
Still close.
All right, guys, we head now into question number 7, which gives you the category of horror thriller.
Oh, boy.
Question. In what 2007 film was a modern remake of Hitchcock's Rear Window? Now, none of the guys on the panel right now are really known as strong horror guys, but,
yeah.
but John Roca has pulled off a lot of impressive answers, surprisingly, in the category
He is
before.
well-rounded. And it's a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, gentlemen.
Mark Ellis, we start with you.
The great Shia LaBeouf in Disturbia.
Absolutely
correct.
correct. Matt Nost.
Damn
I
it.
got nothing.
Matt Nost gets nothing. Christian Harloff.
Tie me up with Disturbia, please.
Whoa!
Disturbia
Tie
and
game!
John Roca.
No, I got nothing.
And it's a tie game, just like that.
All right, final.
Yeah, yeah.
Know the name of it.
I don't watch
Final
LaBeouf
question.
films.
Question is, what acclaimed director's daughter starred in the M. Night Shyamalan movies The Village and Lady in the Water?
Not great movies.
I kind of like The Village.
The Village was not bad up until a point, and then they got to the third act and it kind of fell apart for me.
I understand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, Matt Nost.
Ron Howard.
Correct.
Yeah.
Christian Harloff.
Ron Howard.
Correct. John Roca.
Ron Howard.
Correct. Mark Ellis.
Opie himself, Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Everybody's a fan of Happy Days, and they all know Ron
mitzvah.
Howard. Which, did you expect any less coming out of round 1? It is tied
That's what
10
we wanted.
points apiece. All right, the competitors have reshuffled their seats. Teams are now sitting together, and the wheel has come out for round number 2. Here's how this is going to work. Each team will have a spin of the wheel with a number of predetermined categories up there on the wheel. If it lands on a category that they do not feel comfortable with, they have the option to spin again. However, once they spin again, they are stuck with whatever they get. However, up on that board are 2 wild cards, if you will. We have a spinner's choice and an opponent's choice. If a team spins opponent's choice, they do not get to spin again. The other team gets to choose that category for them. Team Schmoes, as the game is tied and you are technically the favorites, you have the choice. Would you like to spin first or second?
We'll spin first. Did we get a new wheel? This is huge.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, buddy.
This is a nice wheel.
All right, Mark Ellis will start with the spin. A good spin for him. Around it goes, and it will land on
Mixed
the category
bag.
mixed bag.
I think we're going to elect to spin again.
All right, they choose to spin again. Mark Ellis. And around it goes again. Another good spin.
I've seen better
That's how you spin. Not
And
too hard, not
ends
too easy.
On
Come on.
mixed
bag,
bag
baby.
is destiny for
Way
the
it was supposed to
Schmoes.
be.
All right, Team Schmoes, you have spun the category of mixed bag.
Great.
Your first question.
Listen to that enthusiasm.
Enthusiasms.
Who plays struggling young actor Andrew Largeman in the movie Garden State?
Zach Braff.
Correct for 2 points. Off to a strong start, and the Schmoes, for the first time in this match, take the lead.
Good soundtrack.
Your second question.
Very depressing.
So are you.
Who plays the blind monk in the film Young Frankenstein?
Debate.
That would be Gene Hackman.
Correct for
Good,
2
2
more points.
Good round.
Coach Norman Dale.
They were hesitant to take this category, but they seem to be succeeding in it. All right, guys, your third question in the mixed bag category. What year was the sci-fi action film Aliens, with an S on the end, released?
86.
Correct, 1986.
I answered the question and you reaffirmed it into the microphone. Yes, Mark, you are right.
Because I was waiting for the S, the aliens.
All right, guys, your fourth question. Alan Ladd played a skilled and mysterious gunfighter in what classic Western?
Sounds like a multiple choice to me, John.
All right. Is it A, Big Jake, B, The Shootist, C, Shane, D, Rio Bravo?
Shane.
Correct for 1 point.
Still a good round.
They have had no stumbles here so far. Guys, we head into your fifth question.
Shane.
Who plays the villainous Mr. Phelps in Mission Impossible?
That'd be John Voight.
Correct for another 2 points. They are running it up.
9-point lead.
I guess this mission isn't so impossible, huh, Christian?
Mark Ellis will be appearing at the Chuckle Hut,
They definitely missed you, Mark. They definitely missed you.
Wisconsin this weekend.
You can find Mark at the Chuckle House.
All right,
there in
guys,
Pasadena.
your final question in the mixed bag category. In what 2009 romantic comedy were Scarlett Johansson and Bradley Cooper romantically involved?
He's just not that into you?
Correct for 2 more points. Just 1 point off a perfect round.
That is
Unbelievable. They rack up 11 points to take a strong lead. Suddenly now, what went from neck to neck, top 10 is now in danger of being knocked out.
I mean, technically, yeah. They need to get at least
they
one
need to put some
stay
points on the
alive.
board here.
All right, gentlemen, top 10. Go for your spin.
And
That is a
Roca
solid
gives it a
spin.
spin.
Solid spin coming down onto
Disney
film.
films. They're looking at you. They're not sure. They're discussing it.
Give it a chance.
Ha! Take it, you pussy!
Say that?
Okay, gentlemen, we need an answer. Will you take Disney?
Okay.
We'll take it.
They're taking it.
They are taking
'Cause
Disney.
I don't want to go points.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to ask you 6 questions in the category of Disney.
Oh, fuck.
All
Don't you
right.
dare close your
Okay.
eyes.
A little bit of a confidence issue from
Trying to
Outlaw
keep the
there. I
crowd
don't
on
know.
our side.
Question number 1. Who voiced Fear in 2015's Inside Out?
Bill Hader.
That's correct.
Correct
2
for 2
points. They're
points.
still alive, John. They're
So
still
far,
alive.
neither of these teams have gotten an incorrect answer in round 2.
In Mary Poppins, what animal that also spoke was on the end of Mary Poppins' umbrella?
Bird.
We'll accept that.
We'll
It
accept
is
that
a
answer,
bird.
yes.
Parrot, yes, they fly. Question 3. In what animated feature would you find a villain named Sykes?
Multiple choice.
A. Home on the Range. B. Oliver and Company. C. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. D. Tarzan.
Atlantis, C.
Incorrect.
Chance for a steal from the Schmoes.
Multiple choice again, please.
A. Home on the Range. B. Oliver and Company. C. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. D. Tarzan.
Oliver and Company.
That is correct.
Correct
A
for a
steal.
1-point steal.
Question 4. Question 4. What Firefly in Serenity Star has provided their voice to Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, Big Hero 6, and Zootopia?
Alan Tudyk.
That is correct.
Correct.
That is correct.
Very needed 2 points there for Team Top 10.
K2SO himself. Question number 5. In Disney's Bolt, who voiced the titular character?
John Travolta.
Correct.
That's correct. All right, gentlemen, final question. You're 6 in this category. In The Lion King, what is the name of the place that Simba is forbidden to go to?
Multiple choice.
A, the Oasis. B, Scar's Den. C, the Waterhole. D, the Elephant Graveyard.
5, 4, 3, 2.
D.
That is correct.
Correct. They pull it out.
1 point.
What was an
that fucking category.
11-point deficit is now just a 3-point deficit.
I'm feeling stressed, and it's not just because of my normal depressive life, John. This is this is a barn burner. of a
This
game.
match has turned out to be everything we had hoped it would be and more. Both teams completely bring
Yeah.
it, stepping up to the challenges, and we're seeing the scores reflect that. All right, and it comes down to this. We move into round number 3. Here is how this will work. Each team will pick 3 numbers between 1 and 25. The first number they pick will be worth 2 points. The second number they pick will correspond to a category worth 3 points, and the third number they pick will correspond to a question worth 5 points.
Schmoes? Nope, you got it, John. It's complicated, but it's a lot of stuff. Schmoes, you are in the lead. You get to pick your numbers first.
6. We'll do 3 and 8.
All right, staying low there.
We don't count
Staying
high, Kenny.
Low there.
Team
All
Top 10, your 3 numbers.
We took 2 of our numbers, so we're just going to have to commiserate for a second.
I don't care.
Okay.
We need your numbers, gentlemen.
10.
This is not rocket science.
Is that your answer?
23, 10, 7.
Ooh, backwards.
23, 10, and 7 from Top 10. We got 6, 3, 8, John from the Schmoes. So Top 10, you're going to have to answer first. And you chose number 23, which is biopics.
I got to take it.
2-point question. Roka,
Nope.
Roka, you said you're going to take it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so.
All
John's on.
right. Put that on record. Roka's going to take it.
Hey,
2
Kenny,
points.
Kenny, can we take a little bass out of your voice? Ask the question. Calm down. It's enough of the smart alecky comments.
You're the grown man in a mask. All right, John, category again is biopics. 2-point question. Who played Jim Morrison in 1991's biopic The Doors?
Val Kilmer.
That is correct.
Correct
2
for
points.
2 points.
Shakalaka.
Only trailing by 1 point now.
All right, you guys still have to go because you are trailing by this 1 point. You picked number 10. Category is a little space opera called Star Wars.
see how deep this gets.
I would like it to be clear right here that Rocco is not allowed to even look or breathe during Matt No's
All
thing.
right, all right. Nost, you're up. It's a 3-point question. And the question is, what is the name of Jango Fett's ship?
I do not know. That's my answer. I do not know.
We were looking for Slave One. I may not have kissed a woman, but I knew that answer.
Do you think those things are correlated?
All right.
that?
You guys can confer now here on a question that you must get right.
It comes down to this. If Team Top 10 does not get this question, then at that point, the Schmoes win by TKO, I do believe.
Wow, this is a barn-burner of a game, John. Here we go.
Somebody's counting their
5-point
chickens,
question in the category of war. War is the category. Question, gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah, let's get
Do
on.
it.
What 1968 war film revolves around a mission to kidnap a North Vietnamese general?
They have a lot riding in this. They're going to take their time.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3,
Okay.
2.
I don't know, the Green Berets.
That's correct.
Correct! They stay alive! They shoot into the lead and stay
Where's your little dance now?
alive.
Where's your little dance
I
now?
give props to that one. That was awesome.
You know, it helps for John to have been alive in the 50s and 60s to get that.
God damn it, Knapsack!
All right. Team Schmoes.
Yes.
You picked the number 6, which gives you the category of coming of age. Who will take your 2-point question?
I'll take it.
Christian Harloff will take the 2-point question, this to bring the match to within 2 points. Your question. In Dazed and Confused, what do the senior guys do to the incoming freshman boys?
Well, they paddle them.
We'll accept that. Correct for 2 points. And now we're in a position where if they answer either their 3-point or their 5-point question, they will win the game.
Show me Van Damme movies.
For 3 points and for the win,
Choking on it.
Mark Ellis, this goes to you.
Yeah.
Category.
Category is scores and soundtracks.
Yes! I mean, I've seen movies before.
Has
Keep a
David
little
Lee,
optimism here.
how many has David Lee Roth done?
Here's your question. Chad Kroeger of Nickelback recorded the song Hero for what comic book film?
I mean, look, nobody worships Nickelback like I do. And I believe that was for
5, 4, 3,
Kristen?
2.
Spider-Man 2.
Incorrect. We were looking for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it all comes down to this, the final questions for the Schmoes to set the stage. If they get this question correct, they win and will guarantee themselves a title shot at some point in the future. If they miss it, Team Top 10 is the victors, and they get in line for the title shot. A lot riding on this one question. Ken, take
I did
it away.
not have angina until this moment. All right, I believe, John, you're going to ask this one, yeah?
All right, here we go. Gentlemen, your 5-point question for the win comes in the category of horror thriller.
We got this, buddy.
For 5 points, name 2 of the 4 Hitchcock films starring Jimmy Stewart.
Jesus. This is a 5-pointer?
The Outlaw having some issues with it there. Confirming.
5, 4,
Rear Window and North by Northwest.
and your winner, Team Top 10!
Top 10, move my head. Top 10, move my head. Top 10, move my
Rear
head.
Window was in
And
there,
therefore,
John.
the record judges, Vertigo, Rear Window, Man Who Knew Too Much, and one other one.
And bro,
Don't sleep on the one other one, because that is excellent.
unbelievable incredible match right down to the wire.
These guys are dancing 26-24, punch versus punch. It came down to the very end, John. We couldn't have asked for a bigger, better match.
You know, twice I thought Team Schmoes had it. When Mark said Spider-Man, I thought they had it there. When he first said Rear Window, it sounded like he was rolling off in confidence.
Absolutely. This is the only time in history that Nickelback has been this important.
All right, guys, this has been a monumental match. Let's hear from the competitors themselves as they talk with our very own Emma Fife.
What is up, Schmoedown fans? I'm Emma Fife here with Matt Nost and John Roca, Team Top 10, who were victorious today.
That's right.
You know what? It's really nice. John Roca actually has his own microphone this time, so he doesn't have to steal this one from me.
Hold on, Emma.
And,
no, go ahead.
And Roca, I'm gonna compliment you on that Acura thing right now.
On the Acura?
Akira, that's the
Akira.
name of the movie. Yeah, Akira.
Oh, is it Akira?
Yeah, Akira.
Oh,
yeah,
I
that's
don't-
actually how it's pronounced.
Do you say
but,
do you say Nicaragua? Is that how you
I
say
do
it
not
too?
say Nicaragua,
Oh, okay, all right.
but
I just want to make sure. No, thanks, Emma. I appreciate it.
yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well deserved.
Thank you. It was a tough
In
match.
that instance, it's Roca, just so you know.
Okay. Well, big victory for you guys today. You'll be going, it looks like you've got some title matches coming up for sure in your future. Wolves of Steel are going to be playing ETC, so who do you guys want next?
We want the Patriots, but
Yeah.
unfortunately the Patriots are going to be pansies and duck us and take the winner of whoever wins with Wolves of Steel and ETC. That's who they're going to pick because they want no part of us. They know they flukely won the last time.
It was a fluke.
It was a fluke.
Yeah.
Team Communists do not want a piece of this.
Oh, my God.
That's what they are. Team Stalin and Lenin over there do not want a piece of
No,
us.
Khrushchev,
They
because he's
don't.
bald and short and
I'm
fat.
just saying.
It's Khrushchev.
It's two Bolsheviks.
Yeah.
On that side,
Trotsky,
disguised as
Lenin.
patriots. They're spies. It's like the Americans of the Schmoedown.
That's right.
It's brutal.
You ever seen that show? It's a good show.
It is a good show, actually.
Josh McCouga says it's a good show on TV Talk. Listen, let me tell you something. The Schmoes Know gave us everything we could handle. They had a shot to win it at the end. I thought it was such an easy 5-point question, and they did mess it up. So, but props to them for pushing us to the brink. I really thought we were done, and we came back and we won. We beat them twice now, and I'm getting tired of beating people twice. I beat Riley 3 times. Now I got to beat him again, and this is getting old to beat these same people. Who are the new people coming?
You
What's
beat
interesting, though, is they're still ranked ahead of us.
It's just madness. Now, can we be ranked ahead of them now? No. Can we ranked ahead of them now?
You beat Schmoes twice, but this time it was a good match. It wasn't
was a
quite
great match.
history repeating itself
No,
as
no.
You mean
Matt
KO?
Nost is trying to
Well,
remind us of.
the history
right
did
here.
repeat itself because we won. That's the truth. Yeah.
right.
Anyway,
Sure.
Patriots, Schneider, JTE, Baby Doll. What did I say from the beginning? All the belts, all the records. I won't be stopped. I've spoken it into the universe. I tell people all the time, speak your truth into the universe. Work hard, and you might get lucky. We got lucky on that 5-point question, and now we're here with a shot at the titles. And that's what matters. We want our belts back.
And you've definitely got a shot at getting all of the belts, as you claim time and
Yeah.
time again, John Roca.
I do, Emma.
Listen, if Patriots want a piece of us, I'll go ahead and give you guys like a 3-point lead
No, don't-
if JT can pronounce my name correctly. I'll just give you 3 points out the gate if you can just do that. And if you get Roca's, we'll toss another 3 on
That's
there.
right, that's
Full
true.
name, though. Full name.
Full name.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Well-
I don't want any more Team Communists. They can go away.
And you know what? I have to say, for all the crap that I give you, Roca,
Yeah.
I would like to see you guys beat the Patriots.
Absolutely.
So, though I'm disappointed the Schmoes did not win today, I am still rooting for you in your inevitable matchup against the Patriots. Congratulations again, John Roca, Matt Nost, Team Top 10. We will be right back with Team Schmoes.
Outlaw Nation, 4 horsemen, son.
All right, we are back with the narrowly defeated Team Schmoes. Mark Ellis, Christian Harloff. It was a match well fought, I have to say. I really thought you guys had it there for a while.
Yeah, well, we didn't get knocked out, Emma, and that was awesome. It feels good to go to the 3rd round with those idiots. And look, they played a great game. They deserved the W. We had a couple right there at the end that we just couldn't quite capitalize on. Bottom line is, I'm happy to not win a match because I don't know who Nickelback is.
Yeah, right. I did the mistake of I did what I always tell competitors not to do, and that is celebrate before it is time to do so. I actually, and when he entered the Spider-Man one, I thought it was Spider-Man 2 also. I was like, yes, it's over. And then I was like, damn it, They're right. There was a lot. Look,
See,
the one thing.
it makes more sense. Like, if you're going to make a Spider-Man movie, you want to get Spider-Man out before you throw Chad
I know,
Kroger
right.
in there.
I
It's
know.
like make sure it's a successful franchise before you take a risk with a Nickelback.
I know. Listen, the one thing I have to say, though, as much as this little feud has been fun with Top 10, those guys are the real deal. I mean, they really are. They played their hearts out. Roka's the champion for a reason, and as much crap as I've given Nost in the past, he showed up today, and that's the reason why they won.
Yeah, there's no denying that both Matt Nost and John Roca are incredibly talented competitors here in this league. So are you guys both going to step back for a while then? Just get back at the table, get back to the commentating, calling the matches?
Well, Emma, there's no stepping back when you're the guys that created the league. We're going to keep watering all these little plants that grow up, and sometimes they become cacti, and sometimes they become beautiful flowers, and we're going to continue to nurture this baby step by step. As far as us competing, what do you feel like?
I'm saying as far as teams goes, we've talked about this before, and we kind of had a strategy going into this, and we said if we were going to lose, we'd probably a little bit before you see us compete again as a team. I know that I'll let him speak on this, but I know he's got reservations about competing in singles. I've got one name in my sights right now, and that's Andy Signor. I am getting ready for Andy Signor on April 4th, and I am going to take Andy Signor very serious, and that's what I'm looking for. And of course, hopefully you'll be with me. So,
well, yeah, I don't have any reservations about playing. I'm not ducking anybody.
Right.
I want to let other people get a shot at glory. At all the glory that Baby Carrots has, other people should get to enjoy that, Emma. So I might pop in here or there occasionally down the road, kind of like Eddie Murphy when he shows up at a comedy club. He's usually not there to do stand-up, but it's still cool to see a legend.
very nice.
So what are Roca and Nost then? Are they cacti or beautiful flowers?
They're prickly cacti
Yeah.
that just want water so bad. They just want to be in a lush environment, and just nobody will take them in. If you know anybody out there that needs to adopt a couple 40-year-olds and just house them and let them sleep on your couch, please do it for you, do it for us. Get them off our hands.
All three of those teams, Patriots, Wolves of Steel, Top 10, any one of them could come out. And ETC also, man. Elliott's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, look, we just want to see good matchups here with the team championship. You know, whoever has the belt going forward, I just want to see it go all 3 rounds or all 5 rounds in the championship case. Those make the best matches. And if Team Top 10 gets another knockout against somebody, their heads are going to get so big they're just going to float away like the elevator at the end of Willy Wonka.
No, but look, I mean, I'm going to take off the competitors half a second and talk at commissioner's side here. And you've got to be happy to have a team like Top 10 in the league. I mean, you really do. The guys are competitive. They will fight to the last. I thought that we were going to TKO them at one point. I mean, and they just keep coming. And they're the guys. They've been former. They were champions. They'll probably hold the championship again at one stake or another. And then you got Roca, who is the current champion. So I am as commissioners of this league. I'm very grateful that Top 10 is in this league.
It's definitely anybody's game in the team championships, but unfortunately not yours.
Oh, Emma, fine.
Not right.
Take
Not
that.
right
Get
now.
rid of that shirt for saying something like that.
I was supporting you. I thought
I
you
know.
had it. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Now back to you, Ken and Campia.
All right, well, not surprisingly, Top 10 already screaming their guts out for that rematch against the Patriots. As far as the Schmoes, where do they go from here?
They have to be looking deep inside themselves right now to see what they're really made of and where they want to go from now. I mean, they fought well. That was a great match, but you know, it comes at a key and crucial time in their careers as teammates here.
You know, losing a match to a team like Top 10, who had just recently been the champions, having come down 26-24, back and forth, lead changes all throughout. They have nothing to hang their heads about. 24 points they scored. We're within a hair of victory twice. I mean, again, no shame in this loss whatsoever.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, make sure you go to the Movie Schmoedown Trivia Facebook page. You can interact with Schmoedown competitors. Make sure you watch Josh McCouga's fantasy update to get all the big fantasy information. You can interact with other Schmoedown fanatics when you play that fantasy game, too, John.
So thanks again for joining us on the Collider Movie Trivia Schmoedown. This has just been, I am choked up. This has been one of the most exciting matches I've ever had to call. So thanks for joining us. I'm John Cambia for Ken Knopsock. Thanks for joining us, guys.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Here with your fantasy update post Top 10 versus Schmoes. A lot of points scored. If you have either team, hang on to them. Schmoes may not compete again right away. They're busy hosting it, and they're busy losing, apparently, to Top 10. Top 10, hold on to it. John Roca, he yells at people until he gets matches. He's also a champion. Matt Nost may or may not know anything about trivia, but it seems like they are competing well, scoring a lot of team points.
if you want to see more about the Fantasy Schmoedown, go to the website, schmoesknow.com. Talk to Frank Janis. Go to the Facebook page. There's all kinds of fun like that. Who knows where top 10 will go from here? Top 10 could take on the next champion. They could take down the belt. They've been belt holders before. Roca always says it. He wants all the belts, mostly because all of his pants, they don't fit. Josh McCouga here with your Schmoedown update after every single match. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't. You guys are all really good looking.
Hey guys, if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll help you stay up to date with everything we've got going on here at Collider.